So it's early today that I'm posting. There's a little silver lining behind me. There. And I'm sitting outside. It's wet. But I can smell the rain, and that's always awesome. Yeah. So today I wanted to tell you what it feels like when a family member has the virus. So my brother and his fiancée live in the UK. They're awesome and amazing people. Hey Simon, hey Katie. And they've both had the virus. And it's really weird listening to people who who are sick and what they've gone through. And the pain and the chills. They also had that lack of taste. So they couldn't taste anything, they couldn't smell anything, which I've read about as a symptom. But to hear it from someone you love is a bit different. So watching the President's speech last night, it did get me to thinking from the perspective of someone who's, I won't be so presumptuous to say has been affected, because having coronavirus and knowing someone with coronavirus is very different. But watching the President's speech and thinking to myself, this guy has got our back, makes me think we should all have each other's. You know, had my brother not been walking through a supermarket, had he not been training, however he got it, people are still going out. Yeah, it's scary. I'm part of a new book that's coming out. I wrote my own book, and now I'm part of someone else's book that's coming out maybe even this Friday, about lockdown and how we feel. And what I was thinking about is, whenever someone says, well, I want to do these things, what comes up is privilege. You have the privilege to do those things. And it's true. We are privileged. A lot of us are privileged. And I don't think we want to do those things because we're privileged. I don't think we see it like that. We see it as routine. We see it as things that if we do them, then the situation will be okay. If I can still do all the things I used to do, the situation will be okay. And it's kind of like a denial. I remember when I was still drinking, I used to say, if I had 2 glasses of wine, it would just be okay. I'm not a drunk. I'm not an alcoholic. So what I would do is I would buy those huge glasses. They're so big they can't even fit in the screen. That you get from glassware shops or homeware shops, where you can put half a bottle of wine into them each. And I would drink 2 of those. It was like my way of going, well, you know, I'm only having 2 glasses of wine. So I think it's about adapting the 2 glasses of wine approach. We don't actually need the wine. Sorry, I'm not saying this to people who really want a glass of wine. It's when you know it's close. When you know it's that close, I think a new structure can be built. So instead of it being about walking the dog, instead of it being about going for a jog, it can be about being kind. You know, you can make that your new structure. You can make that your new go-to. You can think, right, well, I don't have it. I don't think I have it. But I don't want to run past anyone who does and bring it back home with me. So I'm not going to do that. Yeah, this has been a little disjointed. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. I still got a lot on my mind about it. And I'm working on a plan myself, how when this is all out, when we do go back to normal, and I do believe one day we will go back to normal. I think we'll treat each other differently, and I think we need a new normal. I want that structure to be about the new normal, how we treat each other with kindness and respect and understanding, and understanding is huge. We don't fight about whether or not to leave a can of food out for the dustbin man. We just go, okay, that's not a great idea, or okay, well, I see where you're coming from. We just say, okay, well, you know, I'm sorry you feel helpless, because we all do, and it's okay. So with that helplessness, let's help each other. Today, I want to throw out there, if there's anyone watching now, or in fact at all later, just inbox me and tell me that you'd like a Facebook chat, and I will do 2 a day. It's not coaching, it's just to say, hey there, I empathize with you. I'm in a different boat, but I'm on the same river. So, and that's how we all have to look at it. It's not anymore about the haves and have-nots. This virus doesn't care. It's about being on the right river and all of us going in the same direction. So let's all get in those boats and let's start paddling together.